the fourth
time we have come.
It's the fourth time we are here. And today it's time for the storage. Yeah, we're gonna carry all the stuff in here so we can sort it here, but I'm gonna put on a time lapse to show them taking it out of there because that will be very satisfying. And then we will start sorting it on the sorting table. Sorting it into two groups, keep or throw. No, sell or throw. Keep, I don't think there will be much to keep there because we all have full homes, we don't need more crap. And well, she's got a lot of crap, as you know. She had a lot of crap. We're gonna go and check it out first. You wanna come? Of course you wanna come. I'm picky. So, let's see if I can. Tack. She said, welcome in. So, one of these is hers. I think she said, he said 65. Well, I'll go fetch the key and we'll see. Let's see which one it is. Is it this? Yes, it is. Of course it's the one bulging. I should have known. The one that is bulging is my mom's. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Holy goat!
Jesus!
Oh my god, back up. Where are lights?
I have luck. It's not working.
No, it's not working.
Wait, I have light. Jesus!
So, ceiling high, doing a downward slope, and all the way to the door. More shoes, should have known. Were too few. Jesus Christ! Oh, Mom.
I feel sorry for you.
Yes. Well, there's no point in waiting. Jesus, but we need light.
Yeah.
There's a bulb up there. Perhaps it's not working. See, do you see it?
Yeah.
Let's get...
That is not working.
Yeah, let's go get the bulb. Jesus Christ, this is a lot of crap. Oh my god, Jesus. There is at least 5 or 6 cubic meters of crap here. Jesus fucking Christ. Mom! I hate you right now. You know that? Well, let's solve the problem with the bulb first. Yes, first box is in, and it contains of shoes, too old to be worn, and bags. I know you saw the other bag pile that I tried to say, but here are 2 more. So yeah, I'm gonna sort this through. It's still more fun to watch. I only have one. Nej, vänta. Ställ den där inne här innanför. Så den inte står i vägen, så du kan bara ställa grejer här bakom. Yeah, I still think it's more fun to watch the förråd, the closet, the storage being emptied than me throwing away shoes from the 70s and 80s. I am not kidding you. I used to wear some of these in the 80s. So sad. And the bags, my God. God, I wore this when I was like 15. Jesus Christ, Mom. Shame on you. I found more towels.
We have a box as well. That's towels.
Oh no.
Yes. If you're going to move, you don't clean out your...
Since when is it? Let me have a guess. 80 something.
No, it's from 2003.
2003, older than our child.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's from the house.
Yeah, I know. A lot of this is from the house.
Yeah. It's nothing from the way.
I know.
Just,
I know.
Yeah. It should just put it in.
Yeah. I will fucking kill her. Oh, wait, she's dead. Saves me the trouble, I guess. Let's just keep on throwing. You know, I found almost 50 or 60 pairs of shoes. Old pairs of shoes. And I promise you, the bag I showed you before, the box, had at least 30 bags, handbags in it.
Yeah.
And that's just half of it.
If you want to go into style again, shoulder pads.
Jesus.
Yeah. This is really Jesus.
This is a Jesus moment. And we are atheists. Oh, God, shit. Well, I'm gonna keep on sorting. Shit brought the store short. Jesus, Mom. That's from the last century.
More medicines.
No.
Yes.
I do deserve a heavy drink tonight. Big fucking rum, this. And then I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I don't have time now. Bye. When I was 11, I was already this height. I was very tall and mature. You know, I had tits and ass and everything. And my mom went to, I think, Serenity in Austria. Österrike. And when she came back, she had bought us each a pair of lederhosen. Yes, here they are. So one is my 10-year-old, very thin, very little brothers, and the other pair is mine. Have you ever seen an adult in that size? So I wore them once. And then my brother took them over because he couldn't wear his either.
Mom.
Yes.
Well,
Just stack it up. Do you remember these kids? Ah! Oh God, it's an avalanche. Shit.
how? What show you it?
Well, I wait till Dad comes back. One of you had a good name for it. It's a Hordelanche. Hordelanche. Yeah, well, fine. How many of you know what this is?
Mamma. Mamma.
Mama, hello. This is the phone book for the local area of Sundsvall Timrå from 2006. Do any of you have an explanation for this? I would love to hear it. There you go. So, I came home. This much rum, it's probably like a deciliter or something. And wine. So I had some time to think. I've been thinking about my mother's kind of herder problems. And I think I was wrong. I knew she talked about that accident that happened, no, not accident, it was deliberate, but one thing happened and she said that that made her never throw anything away. However, a large quantity of what I've been, selecting from the piles to sell today is from before the incident. I know that because I found like stationery, old-time stationery, like paper signed with my maternal grandmother's initials. She was called Anna-Lisa Kalhammar, and it said A/L/C. Anna-Lisa Kalhammar. So this is from before she died. And I also found a large quantity of letters from before my mother met my dad. And she kept very many papers from like her employer from before she was pregnant with me. Things from the wedding, like little notes, and I was 3 years old when they divorced. So she was kind of a hoarder before she met my dad even. I found stuff that no kid should ever find after their parents. So please, I beg you, Deathcleaning. You know I'm talking to you. Deathcleaning. Don't make your kids go through these kind of papers. I just threw it all away because I didn't want to find any more of it. I mean, I'm that girl that was raised to be a friend of my mom. So from when I was 7, I was her liaison, her best friend, her, the one that could support her. And no 7-year-old should do that. I was way too young. So I know things about my mom that I will never ever talk about, ever, unless I'm very drunk. And the things I found today definitely is part of that category. I do not want to know about my mother's habits. Those habits. But I do. I will never be able to wash that off my memory film. Please, people, Deathclean. Back to the thought about the hoarding. I think she was hoarding before because I found stuff from the 60s and 50s. I found she was born in 48. So I found stuff from the 50s that she hasn't been able to throw away. They are totally worthless today. Half of the people on it are dead and has been for, I don't know. Half of them are probably dead. Why did she keep all that? I found a bag and I knew after a while when I was sorting it, I knew what it was. It was the total content of the table in her kitchen in the house that we used to live in Gnarp. I moved away when I was 16. I came back like 2 times, lived there for a couple of weeks or months. And this was the content of the table in the kitchen. I knew it immediately when I saw the pens. There was a big jar of pens. She always had that on the kitchen table, and there were magazines, and there were bills, and there were expired stuff, and there were, stuff she used to have around her. She didn't even clean out the portfolio she used to carry for when she was the boss on the trotting course in Hudiksvall, which is next town over. It's more than an hour ride in a car at full speed. So it's 100 kilometers. No, not 80 kilometers. And she was the boss of the employees there. She was Toto-chef. Toto is the Swedish word for the gambling. So she was in charge of the gambling part, and all the people that did that. I did that. And she kept it all, which means all of it had to be thrown in the place that we knew it would be incinerated, because those are personal stuff, like your age of birth and your phone number and all that stuff. You can't go around like throwing it willy-nilly anywhere. You have to make sure it's burned, which means either throw it in the container for the garbage from the house, or you take it to the dumpster, the Smartface, the dump down there, where no one ever is gonna see it. It's just gonna burn. She made me and my brother, but in this case me, clean it up, because she couldn't. I found so many shoes from the 80s and 90s. I found shoes that I used to wear before I was a teenager, like ballet shoes and stuff. I found shoes from the early 90s, late 80s that's been packed hard down in a trunk. You can't save them. They are beyond saving. They were scuffed and and I even found the bag. Oh God, that was horrible. It was, generally she bought purses of good quality, so I'm gonna sell those. I'm gonna make a lot of money for selling those. They are good quality, they look perfect. I'm just gonna clean them up and, make them look perfect. And then I'm gonna hand them over to the auction chamber, I think, because they are good purses. And from the 60s up to today. But one of them wasn't that good of a quality. So it had melted at some point, and that sticky, oily substance from both within and without the purse had runneth all over the other and stuck. Like I lifted it and 3 more purses went with it up from the depth of the purse/shoe box. So I don't think she claims, and I've told you this before, I thought it was due to that thing that happened, and now I'm gonna tell you what happened. When my grandmother died, Anna-Lisa, talked about her a few minutes ago. When Anna-Lisa died, my grandfather Erik took all of her stuff and made a huge fire. Just put a match to it and if you're kind of a hoarder, like my mom, who hasn't thrown away anything since the 50s, sees that, it's gonna trigger her. And by that time, she was living in the house in Huri with my dad and me, and my brother was not even a year old, I think. And she just crashed. And I get that, because if you are a hoarder, someone burning your mother's stuff is gonna set you like off the charts. So I get that. I'm not blaming her, but I don't think it was that. I think that just triggered a lot more hoarding. She already did it before. I found stuff in those suitcases from when they bought the house in Uri, where we lived for 4 years. I was 5 when my dad left, and we moved in there when I was 1. So 4 years we lived in that house in the middle of the forest. And she kept the stuff from there. Why? It's 45 fucking years ago, honey. Why? She kept her diary. I couldn't open it, but I could, look. A diary from like 58. Why? Who would read it? She didn't even have a key. I'm so angry at her. That's why the huge, the rum. I'm angry at her. I was angry at her before because I told her you can't keep all this stuff. Once I took my big ass car for Sweden. It was a big car. It was an Opel with a huge chamber in back for the kids stuff, because I had 2 kids. I mean, I had to have a big trunk, the twin wagon, and the baskets that you always bring, and the extra blankets and blah blah blah. And if you bought 2 things, it was full. So I had that car, and I filled it from top to bottom with newspapers. With fucking newspapers. So that we can walk in through the storage in the garage. It was waist high. I took all the papers from the little, niche I made, like a X, like a V, in all that crap. And I filled the car from top to bottom. I couldn't even get a finger in between all the papers I had. And I went to the local sorting station. I brought you there several times before, but you put paper in one, plastic in one, glass in one, and containers in one. It's easy. And if you bring like a bag of papers every time you pass it, you don't ever have any papers at home. And I filled my car with it. And it took me, 2 hours or something. And afterwards I was so angry with her. I screamed at her, "What the fuck are you doing? I found papers from 85. And she said, I collected them for the job she used to have, because they needed it as packing material. But you haven't worked there for 10 years, I screamed. And she said, "No, I'm gonna go and bring them there." "But you don't." I said, "Why don't you?" "But it's heavy," she said. And I took the paper and I screamed at her, "How much does a paper weigh? A newspaper?" She couldn't throw it away. That's why. That's why she didn't allow me to be with them to clean out her house. She was mad at me for making her be responsible for her hoarding. And she didn't want me to.
Hi, Mom.
She didn't want me to be there to throw things away, throw the crap away. But I am doing it now, aren't I?
Hi, Mom.
I'm so angry at her. I'm angry at her for making me clean up her crap. And quite literally, her crap. I'm so lucky to have Patrick, because he isn't as sensitive as I am, so he could clean up the parts where, it smelled and, stains and stuff. I'm sorry. But I know you like seeing the cleaning. But I guess no
not many of you have ever seen the kids talking about how it feels. How it feels to have a mom that never throws anything away. I mean, all the what do you call it? Newspapers? No, not newspapers. The glossy ones. With I mean, she saved. This is another. Tyst. I found in one of the boxes today. I found like, I don't know, 15 or 20 patterns, and some of them were from the 50s and 60s. I saw on the pattern that it's, you know, old stuff. So I saved those because they were still in the flat box. So I just stuck them on the side because I know some people would want it. But the amount of half finished, or, you know, I bought the pattern and I bought the fabric, but I'm not starting yet. The amount of UFOs, we call them, unfinished objects. The knitting and the stitching and the what do you call it? Virka. And sewing and I don't know what. She always started, but very, very seldom she finished. The amount of unfinished objects, UFOs, in her closet and boxes and on the sofa and in the drawers is amazing. I am done. When I start a project, I want to finish it. Sometimes I have two lying because, well, I get tired of the yarn or something, but I always come back to it, or I just open it up and make something else of it. Just don't finish it and do something else with the yarn. But why keep all of these? I mean, the amount of yarn we found, right? So I've added a box with yarn to the selling, and I've started a box with just fabrics to sell. Very beautiful stuff sometimes, and the fabrics you should be able to make at least some kind of quilt with it. I don't know. I'm gonna try and sell it. And the bags. Oh dear. But why the shoes? I mean, I found shoes from the 60s there. They were ugly when I was a child because they had already been separated from, you know, it was cracked. The leather, we call it, it's the fake leather. And she kept it for another 40 years. So why? I have a headache. But I said, when I get home, I'm gonna drink a lot of rum and then I'm gonna cry. And now I cried. I'm so angry with her. I know hoarding is a disease like alcoholism and I don't know, any kind of abuse type thing. But to not even throw away, you know, things from the 60s that you haven't looked at since the 60s or the 50s in some cases. And it's just the beginning. We have, now hold on to your panties, honey, 37 more boxes.
39.
No, 37 more boxes, Patrick said. 37 more boxes of crap that I have to go through. And all I can wish is that I find that sewing machine, that you didn't sell it, because that's the one thing I want Elvira to have, Elvira and Uni, because it's a good one. It's a very good one. I'm sorry for rambling. Cheers, my friend. I'm lucky it's Mellow tonight. The Mellow is the pre-game of Eurovision. And if you have never watched Eurovision, please do. It's lovely. It's entertainment. It's happy. It's pink and glittery and lovely songs and people to laugh at and to laugh with.